You know that feeling when you got your heart set up on someone and you are convinced that you are into them as they are into you? Well, I had it too. I was head over heels for her, thought she was the same. She was smart, funny, and absolutely stunning. So there I was trying to impress her with my charm. I was always around, always eager to lend a helping hand, always laughing at her jokes and all. You might say that is the right thing a friend should do. I wanted us to be more than friends, but despite all my effort she seemed to keep her distance. Was she showing me signs? Yes. But did I catch the signs? Nope. One day she opened up to me saying, "Look, you are a great guy, but I am not interested," and just like that my hopes came crashing down. So, how could I have known that she wasn't interested? Well, here is what I have learned since then. 1. Limited engagement. You ask her how her day was, and you get a response shorter than a tweet from a politician during election season. It's like trying to make conversation with a statue, cold, unresponsive, and not exactly winning any awards for Best Supporting Actress. When you do interact, her responses are short, lack enthusiasm, or seem disinterested. If she's not asking follow-up questions or engaging in meaningful conversation, it could signal a lack of emotional investment. 2. Lack of initiation. She rarely initiates contact or plans outings. In a relationship where someone is interested, both parties usually take turns initiating communication and making plans. If you're always the one reaching out first, it may indicate a lack of interest on her part. You know she's not that into you when your phone's drier than the Sahara Desert. If you're constantly the one hitting her up first, it's like playing a game of emotional tag, except you're always it. 3. Excuses for not meeting. The classic "sorry, I have to wash my hair" move. Listen, if she's canceling plans more often than a politician dodges questions, it's time to reassess. I mean, who washes their hair every day anyway? She frequently cancels plans or makes excuses to avoid spending time together. While occasional cancellations are normal, consistent avoidance suggests she may not prioritize your relationship. If she's canceling plans more frequently than a weatherman changes his forecast, it's a flashing red light. Sure, life happens, but if it feels like she's dodging your hangouts more often than not, it could be a sign she's not that into you. Dodging plans could mean she's either genuinely busy or not interested in spending time with you. Regardless, it's a sign that she's not making an effort to prioritize your relationship. Rare spontaneous communication suggests you're not on her mind often enough for her to reach out unprompted. 4. Lack of physical contact. There's minimal physical contact or intimacy. While comfort levels vary, a lack of physical affection or avoidance of casual touching could indicate she's not romantically interested. Avoiding physical contact can mean she's not comfortable getting close to you, which could indicate a lack of romantic interest. You go in for a hug, and it's like trying to embrace a mannequin: no warmth, no movement, just cold, hard rejection. If she's avoiding physical contact faster than a germaphobe in a crowded subway, you might need to invest in some relationship hand sanitizer. 5. Cancellation expert. If she's canceling plans more frequently than a weatherman changes his forecast, it's a flashing red light. Sure, life happens, but if it feels like she's dodging your hangouts more often than not, it could be a sign she's not that into you. Frequent cancellations suggest she either has a busy schedule or isn't prioritizing spending time with you. Either way, it's a sign she's not fully invested in the relationship. 6. Avoidance of future plans. She avoids discussing or planning future activities together. Someone interested in a relationship typically enjoys discussing future plans or making long-term commitments, whereas avoidance suggests she may not see a future with you. Planning for the future? More like planning her escape route. If every conversation about the future feels like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands, she might not see you in her long-term plans, my friend. 7. Mayor of Friend Zone. You've set up camp in the friend zone, and she's built a fortress around it. If she's treating you more like a buddy than a potential love interest, it's time to accept that she might not see you in a romantic light. Being permanently placed in the friend zone indicates she sees you more as a friend than a potential romantic partner, which suggests she's not into you romantically. You've become a permanent resident in the friend zone, and she's built a fortress around it to keep you safely tucked away. 8. Touch avoider. If she's evading physical contact like you're the human embodiment of a wet paint sign, it's worth noting. Physical closeness can be a significant indicator of romantic interest, so if she's keeping her distance, there might not be sparks flying. She avoids physical contact with you like you're a walking biohazard. You could offer a hug, and she'd sidestep it like she's dodging a medieval catapult. 9. Conversation solitaire. Ever felt like you're playing a solo game of conversation tennis? If you're serving up topics but receiving silence in return, it could be a sign she's not as invested in the chat as you are. If given the choice between binge watching paint dry or spending time with you, she'd likely opt for the former. It's a harsh truth, but if she's consistently choosing other activities over hanging out with you, it's a clear indication of where you stand. Polite smiles accompanied by disinterested eyes suggest she's not genuinely engaged in the conversation. She may be trying to be polite, but her lack of enthusiasm indicates she's not that interested. Forced laughter indicates she's not finding your jokes or conversation particularly amusing, which could suggest she's not enjoying your company as much as you'd hope. She shows interest in other people or openly flirts with others in your presence. While harmless flirting can occur in healthy relationships, consistently seeking attention from others while disregarding your feelings suggests she may not be committed to you. 10. Mixed signals. She sends mixed signals or is inconsistent in her behavior. For example, she may seem interested one day and distant the next, leaving you confused about where you stand. She puts minimal effort into maintaining the relationship. If she doesn't prioritize your needs or invest time and energy into nurturing the connection, it suggests she may not value the relationship. Picture this: you shower her with compliments, but her smiles seem polite, and her eyes are desperately signaling for a rescue team. If it feels like you're performing a stand-up comedy routine to a tough crowd of one, it might be time to reassess. You suggest hanging out, and suddenly she's vanished faster than a magician's assistant. If she's consistently pulling a Houdini whenever you propose spending time together, it's worth questioning her level of interest. She's hesitant to open up or share personal details about her life. Building emotional intimacy often involves sharing vulnerabilities and experiences, so if she keeps you at arm's length, it could indicate a lack of interest. Remember, folks, dating can be a wild ride, but there's someone out there who'll appreciate your quirks and love you for who you are. Thanks for joining me for this bonus round, and remember, keep laughing, keep loving, and keep being awesome. It's essential to remember that each person and relationship is unique, so these signs should be considered in context rather than as definitive proof of disinterest. Communication is key. If you're unsure about her feelings, consider having an open and honest conversation to address your concerns. Do subscribe for more videos.